Podesta has a statement to make.
I think once people have a chance to see that, they are going to wonder about the judgment of the people who voted to release that information, voted to release all of the sexual detail, much of which was irrelevant to the underlying charges. And I think when they do that, they're going to question the motives of the people who cast those votes and wonder about whether this is being done more for partisan purposes than it is for the solemn constitutional purposes that the committee has embarked on.
Seems to be turning against him over the weekend. Is he weighing this?
The public continues to want the president to stay in office. I think Time has the impeachment number at 29%. They want him to stay in office. They want him to keep doing his job. I believe the American public wants that because they know that he has done a good job for the American people on the economy, on crime, on welfare, and they want to see him get back to work and continue to do the job.
I think when the American people see the videotape, quite frankly, I think they're going to be somewhat bored. I don't think it's the great story that people think it is. What they will see is a president being asked questions by a prosecutor. At times, President Clinton takes exception with the tactics of Ken Starr. I think that is important for the American people to hear and see. And likewise, I think it's important for the American people to hear and see the president nuancing around the questions of the details of his relationship with Monica Lewinsky. And I think, if the president were to watch his own videotape, I think that would convince him for the need to just set the record straight publicly, in a public sense.
There are some magic moments where he's dancing on the head of the pen trying to define sex that makes no sense. There are some times in there when he's talking about the pain he's felt, his family's felt, and his friends have felt, that's pretty compelling. So it's going to cut both ways, and it's not going to be a knockout punch. But it raises more questions than it answers. And to my colleagues on the Judiciary Committee and the House as a whole, I hope we will all agree that if you lie before a federal grand jury, that is, in fact, an impeachable offense. That the Founding Fathers would agree with that in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah. You want to shut up, man.
Where you have a witness, such as the president, who is so carefully trying to parse and define and spell out every single word in order for reality to appear not to be reality, it becomes essential. For example, in a prosecution for perjury, in a prosecution for misleading a grand jury, which is obstruction of justice, to look at those specific words and the specific context and the specific conduct.
They like how the economy is going, crime is down.
I believe that he will come to the conclusion that the longer he stays in office, he will devalue his legacy in terms of this country, and that when he comes to that clear understanding that he will ultimately resign in this process.